Hello again, and welcome to Writing Sentences 2. We will be including words that have long and short vowel sounds, and today's lesson will be concentrating on words where we are going to be using different letters to spell the speech sound k. They build into a story called "That's the Ticket," which is a phrase we use that means just about the same as thumbs up. In other words, that's exactly what I needed. Let's get started. Ooh, kebabs. Our first sentence is, Kevin makes a cake and bakes it in the oven. Let's write Kevin makes. Both of those words have the k speech sound for you to think about. Kevin. And well done if you've also put a capital K at the beginning of Kevin's name. And then makes, long vowel sound, so vowel consonant E as the most used spelling choice. A cake. A. And this time k is written with a C because it's followed by an A. And bakes. And bakes. And bakes rhymes with makes. And if we had more than one cake, that would rhyme too. It in the oven. It in the oven is the next word. Now, it isn't one you've practiced, but I want you to give it spelling language, and then all will become clear. O-ven. And my teeth are on my bottom lip for v, and there is a vibration. O is O when it's at the end of a syllable or all on its own. Oven is how we say it, so it can be a bit confusing to write. So Kevin makes a cake and bakes it in the oven. Mike fits kebab bits onto thin sticks. Let's start with Mike. Well done if you have a capital M for a name and the beginning of a sentence. And this time we had I consonant E. Fits kebab. Fits kebab. Begins with k again. And well done, another K. Kebab. Bits onto thin sticks. Bits. And cross the T onto thin. My teeth were on my tongue. Thin sticks. What will be the spelling for k. And well done if you've written CK, because it's a one-syllable word with a short vowel sound. Cass tips packets of skips and cans into a basket. That's our next sentence, but let's start with her name, Cass. Just 3 sounds, but think about that spelling for S. Cass. This time we needed a C because it's followed by an A. And did you remember that double S? That's the spelling again for hearing a sound at the end of a one-syllable word with a short vowel sound. So we had 2 words with that rule. One for writing CK and one for writing double S when we heard S. Cass tips packets of. Packets. And there we had C and K in the middle of the word. How did you get on with that? Oh, here we have that basket. Skips and cans. Now have a think when you write skips. You can see the wee packets popping out. It's the brand name. So we will need, well done if you've already written that capital, Skips. And cans. Into a basket. Into a basket. And how did you get on with the k in the middle, followed by an E again? It's time to begin cooking. Let's go down a line for this bit. It's, and think about, will you need an apostrophe? And you do, well done. Short for it is. It's time to begin cooking. Begin. And cooking, think about both of those. And well done. K at the beginning of the word was a C, but the K at the end of cook was a K. It wasn't following a short vowel sound. Mike has a smock on. We'll just start with the word Mike. Another vowel consonant-y word, but this time the vowel sound was I. Has a smock. on, has, a, smock, sm, ok. And what will be the ending? Yep, CK. Because it was a one-tap word with a short vowel sound. And smock is really quite an old-fashioned term. Today it would probably be an apron. And as the smoke. I think that's all will fit in here. And as the smoke. Another vowel consonant-y word, this time with the vowel sound O. As the smoke goes up. Goes up. And a comma, because we are pausing just there in the sentence and adding another phrase. How did you get on with the word goes? We haven't written it for a while. This is where we have go, and it's one of those words that ends in an O, so we add suffix es. Rest of the sentence, his mates sniff. Ooh, I think it probably smells good. His, it won't need a capital because it was just a comma. Mates sniff. And did you remember that double F? For hearing f at the end of a one-tap word with a short vowel sound. Another spelling choice with the same rule. This is good, said Cass. So what will we need? Yup, speech marks. This is good. Another comma before the speech marks, and then said Cass. And we've ended up with two doubles, a double F and a double S, both for the same rule, even though the sounds were different. Said Kevin as he ate the bits on the kebab he had taken. So we'll start with which is just the letter M. Speech marks first, a capital, and then 3 more letter M's with a comma and then speech marks. Said Kevin. As he ate. As he ate. The bits on the kebab. Bits.
Sorry.
Bits on the kebab. Kebab he had taken. He had taken. Taken. And I think that sentence is probably the longest one in this story. Well done. Oh, and here's the cake. Mike bites into Kevin's cake. We'll start with Mike bites. Mike bites. Both of them were vowel consonant-y words. Both of them use the vowel sound I, but the consonant in the middle was different. Into Kevin's cake. Think about Kevin when you're writing it, because we're writing about something that was his. Into Kevin's Did you remember the apostrophe? Well done. Kevin's cake. That's the ticket, said Mike. There, we found our story title. It must have been a good cake. So we'll start with speech marks. That's the ticket. There we go. That's. And will we need an apostrophe again? Yes, we will. This time because there was a letter missing. That's the ticket. K in the middle of two short vowel sounds. So we needed CK. Oh, and it looks like I probably wrote those in the wrong order. Comma first and then the speech marks. Said Mike. Said an invisible dog. But no, really, said Mike. Had you remembered how to spell said anyway? Well done. Kevin stepped back and took a photo. Kevin, another capital K, stepped, how did you get on with that one? It's a bit sneaky throwing in that suffix ed. Did you remember to double the P? Well done if you did. Don't worry if you didn't. We'll have lots more practice at using that doubling rule. Back and took a photo. Back and took a photo. Now, we haven't written this for a while, but this is the word we've introduced where f is written PH. Pose, hold, just like Kevin did to take a photo of Mike. Pose, hold, photo. Let's find out what his photo was. And here we can see it. Mike enjoying his cake now that he'd finished cooking the kebabs. And our new word also begins with the spelling for photo. And then we have O consonant E, own, own. But if we cover up the P and the H, we have a different word. We have the word one, and one can be really quite tricky to spell because it sounds as if it starts with a completely different letter. But if we think about how we spell it when we write phone, then it gets easier. Own. And what has phone got to do with one? Well, if you have a phone, you only have one. So having looked at that picture of Mike enjoying the chocolate cake and getting it all over his mouth, let's have the last wee bit of our story. He peeks at it on his phone. He peeks. He, at the end written, one E and peeks. We needed two. He peeks at it on his phone. On his, and have a think about that phone. P-H, vowel consonant E, and the vowel sound was O. And somebody else peeks at it too. Send me that one, said Cass. More speech marks at the beginning of what she says. Send me that one. And are you ready for the word one? Take a peek at phone. There, a comma, close the speech marks. And then we have the last word in our story, said Cass. I think it was probably a lovely reminder of a pleasant barbecue afternoon with friends. Let's take another look. First, we'll start with the title. That's the ticket. Kevin makes a cake and bakes it in the oven. Mike fits kebab bits onto thin sticks. Cass tips packets of skips and cans into a basket. It's time to begin cooking. Mike has a smock on, and as the smoke goes up, his mates sniff. And that emoji tells us it must have smelt good. This is good, said Cass. I think she might have meant it was a good afternoon as well as the smell. Said Kevin as he ate the bits on the kebab he had taken. Mike bites into Kevin's cake. That's the ticket, said Mike. Kevin stepped back and took a photo. He peeks at it on his phone. Send me that one, said Cass. And there we are, the end of our story. You've worked very hard. Perhaps you'd like to take this story to read to somebody you know. Maybe you can read it to them and ask them to write some of the sentences too. Thank you for joining me.